Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Lighthouse Tapestry Wednesday Night Live. We are so happy you're here with us. So let's say a little hi. So let's start with Suri
Hello.
and Dawn,
Hi.
Wendy,
Hey, everybody.
Betsy Morgan,
Hello.
Shell,
Hi, everyone.
and Ron.
Hello.
And my name is Morgan. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We're so happy you're here this evening. I hope that everybody is staying sane and very grounded during these wild, energetic times. So with that, we are going to start with a clearing, and Michelle is going to do the clearing for us.
Perfect. Okay, everyone. This energy clearing is designed to help you return to your center, ground your energy, and remain peaceful during times of uncertainty, collective intensity, and change, which is certainly where we are right now. I'd like you to begin by sitting comfortably with your feet resting on the floor or gently on the ground. Allow your spine to lengthen naturally. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale fully through your mouth. Again, inhale deeply through your nose and exhale, releasing all the tension from your shoulders, your jaw, and your brow. And one more breath. Breathe in deeply through your nose and exhale fully through your mouth. Allow your body to soften into your chair. I'd like you to bring your awareness to the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Imagine beautiful, gentle roots extending downward into the earth, down into that rich brown earth, anchoring you into a deep, steady foundation. Connecting deep into Mother Gaia. Feel that beautiful earth energy supporting you, solid, calm, and unwavering. As you breathe, draw this grounded earth energy upward into your body, coming up to the bottoms of your feet, filling up into your legs, your torso, moving up into your heart with steadiness and balance. Now shift your awareness to your heart space. Imagine a soft, calm light, a beautiful glowing white light that is present there. This beautiful white light is quiet, steady, and peaceful. Set the intention silently or out loud. I choose to remain grounded and peaceful no matter what unfolds around me. If any thoughts of uncertainty or fear arise within you, allow them to just pass by you without any engagement, any judgment, just like beautiful puffy clouds moving across a blue sky. With each exhale, release the need to control outcomes. With each inhale and breath, invite calm presence. Continue to breathe in that beautiful white light. Now imagine a gentle column of light surrounding your body from above your head to deep within the earth. This light acts as a protective boundary, filtering out collective noise, fear, and chaos that is around you. It is like a beautiful bubble of white light. Affirm quietly, I am grounded. I am safe in this moment. I remain anchored in peace. another slow breath in and exhale slowly through the mouth. Feel the calmness and steadiness of your body, the rhythm of your breath, and the quiet, solid strength within you. Know that you can return to this state of grounded peace at any time. When you are ready, gently start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Start moving your body a little bit. Take one final breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this beautiful, calm, and grounded energy within you. And at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Dawn for an astrology update.
Well, hello, everyone. And has everybody been feeling the energy that we've been having thus far this week? What I want to do is I actually created a chart for today, and actually, let me bring that up right now because I want to show you where we've been and where we're going. And there's still a lot more energy coming in for the next while. We are getting into eclipse season in February, and we're in Aquarius season right now, and that is part of all the eclipse energy as well. So let's go ahead and bring up, I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little bit more. So we had the beautiful, beautiful Capricorn new moon intention setting, and that was at 28 degrees. And now, today, Mars is at 28 degrees. So now is the day to start taking action on what those intentions are. And those can be a little bit at a time. So that's the first message I wanted to bring across, that now is the time to get started. It doesn't have to be something big, but take some kind of physical action, some small thing of, I'm writing the date on the calendar. I am doing my first walk around the block. Whatever it is, that's a small step that you can take forward with whatever your goals may be. So that is the energy of Mars. Now, today we had a Mercury and Sun cazimi going on. And what I will ask everyone here is for the best messages to be coming in with this Sun Mercury cazimi, which is still very strong and very activated while we are currently in this energy tonight. What is happening is earlier this week, on Monday, actually, we had Venus conjunct Pluto. So this was starting off that very, very strong energy, and it's going to continue on. We have today Venus conjunct Vesta. What is something that we are truly committed to? We have Mercury is going to be touching Pluto tomorrow, and it'll be at 3 degrees. So this is one of those moments. Pluto means truths coming out. Mercury being communication, things are going to be coming out, unexpected things. And we are going to really feel the energy of Pluto being that underworld energy, or things that are being dug up. Again, Pluto to me is Darth Vader as your fairy godmother. These are truths that you may not want to hear about yourself. So be aware of that energy coming up. And Mercury will be just having talked to the sun, and then the sun also is going to be moving forward into the energy of Pluto and conjunct Pluto. So there is a lot of light that's going to be shed. That's why I feel, because it's Mercury cazimi that's happening today, and tomorrow both the sun and Mercury are going to be conjunct Pluto. So I do feel that there's a lot of things that are going to be opened up. I think it's on multiple different topics, and also in our own personal lives, in the unexpected things happening. The other thing that I wanted to mention is this energy is beginning this Aquarius season. We moved to Aquarius yesterday, and this is going to continue actually as we are moving forward, and also today the North Node and the Moon were conjunct. And the reason that this is interesting is because Black Moon Lilith is in Sagittarius at 3 degrees. There is a square that happened with the moon earlier today, so probably about noonish, I would say today, where there was a square, but that energy is still there. And the reason that is important is it's the spiritual warrior energy, which is also what Neptune is announcing by going into Aries. That happens Monday at about 12:30 Eastern time. Neptune in Aries is a spiritual warrior because this is yourself. So what do you have to take a look at in your life that that you are dealing with? And my friend Nat, who's also a fellow astrologer, wrote something, and I do want to read a bit of that for you because I feel that it really relates to how we're going to look at being a spiritual warrior. So when you talk about Black Moon Lilith, Lilith does not sugarcoat. She does not ask for permission. She speaks the truth as she knows it. This is the sacred tension of the spiritual warrior. A spiritual warrior is not someone who conquers others, but someone who courageously commits to inner growth, truth, and compassion again and again. Unlike traditional warriors who fight external enemies, the spiritual warrior turns inward to meet fear, ego, doubt, shame, and illusion face to face. And make no mistake, this is real work. So that was from Nat, and I actually put the full description of what she had written for the day at the very, very bottom of our description for this video. So if you want to read what her whole blog was, it's listed down below in the description, below all the information about us. So I wanted to include that energy because I felt it was very important for us to take a look at what was going on in this energy. So let me see. Okay, so lots of things happening, lots of things going on. Let me go ahead and remove that. And we are going to be reading cards for the collective. And we will start by going to Sari to get us started.
Okay, thank you, Dawn. Beautiful messages. And thank you, Michelle, for the clearing. They were wonderful. Okay, so we're asking the question for viewers tonight for the collective. What does Spirit want to tell us about being a spiritual warrior? So what are the general messages that we need to be looking for? And this is a favorite of mine. Most of you know that I do a lot of work in the Akashic Records, and this is a beautiful oracle deck, and it's called the Akashic Records Guidebook. And they're oftentimes very high-level messages. And this message is called the Book of Remembrance. All right. Beautiful card here. And this is all around lifting the veil. And so what this says, as a creator being, you came here to learn how to use vibration and your divine gifts to bring energy into physical form. You came here to remember who you really are and why you are here. And it says, if you pull this card, it means that you are ready to lift the veil of forgetfulness so that you may fully channel your gifts to the world. So many of you may be experiencing a spiritual awakening, some new things that you don't necessarily understand or new things coming in. And so Spirit's advice is about being a spiritual warrior. The first step is you have to remember who you are, and you've got to be open to receiving those beautiful gifts. And sometimes you don't really know what they mean. But again, we're all in this together, and we've all gone through this. So this is the first message for the collective. And I'm going to pass it along to Michelle.
On mute.
Mute.
Sorry. So thank you, Dawn. So thank you. When answering the question of what does it mean to be a spiritual warrior, I pulled a card from the Angels and Auras Oracle deck. And the card that I pulled to answer this question is card number 2, the Divine Self, which is the orange, as you can see all around him, which represents the sacral chakra. And I think it's a beautiful message and image right there of connecting to your own divine self and your own inner power and wisdom, which definitely would help you in becoming a spiritual warrior by knowing thyself and going within. And the message is when you're working with your guardian angels and the archangels, you're also making a connection with your divine self. That's the part of you that remains in communication with the divine. When you do readings for yourself and for others, you're tapping into that connection. It's also the way your angels leave messages in your subconscious that gently float up into your consciousness, providing divine guidance and flashes of intuition. Orange is the color of balance and intuition. It represents your higher self, the part of you that fully trusts your perception. Your messages flow clearly and you see light in all things. So a beautiful message and a beautiful card to remind us that when you're the spiritual warrior, you're embodying light. The light flows in and around you, and it's connecting to that intuition from within, and also your connection to the divine, to your divine self. You're a spark of that beautiful divine magic. And by connecting into that, you can get to all the answers that you seek. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Morgan.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Okay, so for the collective question, what does Spirit want to tell us about being a spiritual warrior? The card that came out for me, which is really similar, kind of like energy, I feel like, with Michelle's, was this Radiance card, and I'm pulling from the Soul Coaching Oracle deck. And as well, there's a ton of orange on here. And when I really looked in intuitively on this bird, feel the wind like rustling against the feathers, and just like this incredible sense of passion, this sense of like movement forward. This is a 42 card, which is a 6. And for me, I always think of the 6 of Swords, like moving on. So pushing through breakthroughs, this type of thing, just like I feel a lot of freedom with this as well, like passion and freedom in here. And this says, flow, movement, and adaptability. That's another thing that came out with this card. It says, your radiance acts as a beacon, pulling the bounty of the universe to you. Your heart is open, your spirit glows, and your connection to the source is strong. When you live in a state of radiance, you don't need to struggle for things to happen. You shine so brightly that opportunities are drawn to you. Even if you're feeling dull and lethargic, you can transform your state of acting as if you're feeling expansive, content, and luminous. This might sound like you're pretending, but in fact, when you act as if, this sends a powerful signal to your subconscious mind to uplift your emotional state. Additionally, doing things such as taking a refreshing shower, putting on clean clothes, going for a walk in nature, or listening to soothing music while acting as if you're a radiant reflection of the Creator's light can actually catapult you into a joyous state of radiance. And then there's an affirmation that says, I am a radiant reflection of the Creator's light. And then as I was reading this, I was reminded that possibly there's someone who has like been in this energy before and then tried to like dim it because they felt like they were attracting people who were trying to harm, or like narcissistic type energy that was trying to squash this. So I just heard a message that said, like, you know better now, you know how to see them coming, and you know how to protect yourself. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to Ron.
Okay. Thank you, Morgan. That was great. I am using the Shaman's Dream. And so the question about spiritual warrior, the card came up is the Further Gate. All right. And the further gate is the next experience, a legacy, evolving, and a bold step forward. When the further gate card shows up, it is a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk towards your future. You are marching in place right now, stirring the dust, but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. The further gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly, and you will be rewarded. If you continue making time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate opens, the next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows shorter. Do not delay. A gift of the further gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, to new discovery and both great challenges and opportunities. It's not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer too long, tilling the hard soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put the explorer hat on once again. So, of course, as spiritual warriors, taking on challenges and moving forward is just all part of it. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Wendy.
Thank you, Ron. All right. So I pulled a card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. And so in answer to what does Spirit want to tell us about being a spiritual warrior, I got cleaning house. And surely I saw your comment about asking specifically about advice on cleaning your house. So I'm going to pull a card for you later. But this is a 37 card, which goes down to a 10, which goes down to a 1. So this is about self, right? So think about this metaphorically, as well as possibly literally. So it's time to clear the clutter to make way for better things. It's time to declutter your life, get rid of unwanted things in your physical home, and release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business you should address? Thoughts, memories, emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. Your conscience must be clear for you to move freely in the world. So celebrate this as a spring cleaning. Feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. You also want to be asking yourself, why do you hold on to things that remind you of the past? Is your home cluttered with objects that bring up unhappy memories? Do you have a tendency to attract broken people who need to be fixed? If you're involved in any of this type of emotional project, please stop right now and clean house. Being needed isn't going to get you what you really need. That said, even if you initially resist letting go of excess physical or emotional baggage, you will feel amazing afterward. So let go, let the universe bring you something better. You need to make space. The universe doesn't like a vacuum and will respond to your house cleaning by filling your home with what will best serve you. Also remember, when it's, we like to help people. And when we see people in need, we are often drawn to them and we want to help, right? But it's not your responsibility to fix that person. You can be supportive, but they need to do the work. So right now you're being asked, you need to focus on you. What is going to help you at most? Okay. So I hope that resonates, and we're going to go ahead and pass on to Dawn.
Hello, and I'm just going to add a little thing to Wendy's, because I always say Virgo, Cancer, Libra, those are especially meant for you. Any placements, anything that you have in those signs, you have a tendency to be a people pleaser, right? And to over give. So this is the time where we are working on our own shadow. And the reason I'm saying that is because this is what came out for what I do. It's a number 18 card. And it really actually matched up with the astrology perfectly. So I'm really excited to be sharing this. This card represents emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux. And one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you've avoided. I'm sorry, I'm mentally knowing this is for me, and walk courageously through it. Although know that life naturally revitalizes itself as it does, so do you. This is also telling us that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that if you'll notice that the person has both sides, both shadow and light. Everybody does. Everybody does. And the real work is us looking at that shadow and addressing it. That is part of being the spiritual warrior. It's right now, it's the more personal being a spiritual warrior, because it's Aries that Neptune is moving into, which is more about self. Where have I not followed the line that I need to for myself? This is about you and you moving forward. So what I will do now is turn this over to Betsy, who's going to give us a channeled message for the collective. So I'm very excited about this, because I always find anything that she gives for channeling just such a huge step forward for all of us. So I will turn it over to Betsy.
Dawn, how sweet of you. Thank you. What an introduction. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining Lighthouse Tapestry tonight. I love this subject that we're getting to talk about. It's almost like the main question that we could talk about every single week. So what is spiritual mastery? And are you on the correct path? I want to begin by reminding everybody that we all have guides, non-physical guides, and we tend to call them spirit guides, and sometimes angels, sometimes our star family. All of those names work. So what I do is I actually ask for the higher awareness to mix with my awareness to bring through a complementary answer for all of us. So this is for the collective. So knowing that you have guides too, that you can channel or tune into them for answers, this is part of your spiritual mastery, because all of us are born with a gift. And if you think you want to channel, try it. Just try it. This is the time, right? I'm going to turn this question to Dawn, because before we came on live, we were talking about taking risks, as I remember it. So if you have a passion for it, do it. So here we go. What is spiritual mastery? How does it apply to each one of us and the collective now? Beloved beings of light, we thank you so much and we honor you. You are all in the realm of spiritual mastery, for indeed, just in your collective consciousness asking such a question, this shows that you are in alignment. And in alignment with what? Why, beloved, with your higher self. Your higher self is, of course, at your level, known as a spiritual master. And Morgan laughs at us as we say at your level. We're not trying to demean you or give you an insult of any kind, for you are higher than many beings that are in the human incarnation experience. You are beginning to align with mastery. And we want to recognize that as we begin this, what we call a seance or an interconnection with you. For as we talk with you in this way, we are connecting not only to your mind, but to your heart and to your vibration as well. For everything that is true and everything that you are willing to receive, you will integrate into your auric field, and it will take dominance in your DNA and so forth, so that you too can bring it forward when you find that it is in alignment with your truth, your values, and what you truly want to say and do. So we say to you that there are so many ways that we can describe in the physical manifestation that is signs to you that you are moving with your spiritual mastery. First, we might say no drama. We know that you have perhaps been a bit addicted to it. No problem. Everyone is moving through that and past that. So we might say that when someone does something to insult you or cut you off in traffic or give you a sign that says we don't like you, instead of reacting, you can respond. Remember who you are. You are, as Ron likes to say, you are one with source. So would God ever give a sign of dislike or yell a 4-letter word? We do not think so. So you know the saying, what would Jesus do? What would Buddha do? What would you do, knowing that you are one with that source? So when someone gives to you a feeling tone or an action that demeans you in any way, no drama. Respond from truth, love. Your spiritual warrior is showing. And next we might say, learn to follow your intuition. Your intuition is not just your heart and not just your brain. You are developing what the term is now known as coherence, or a connection between your heart and brain, so that with that connection, you can then go up into your higher realm, your higher self, more easily. And that beautiful sequence, and we can teach you how to do that when the time is right, can last as long as 6 hours. So allow yourself to feel and breathe your heart touching it, your third eye touching it, breathing gently, gently, and exhaling longer than you breathe in. This is developing a connection between the heart and the brain so that your intuition grows and prospers you. Know that in so doing, you are growing your own gift, your spiritual gift. Spiritual warriors usually bring through a gift. If yours has not developed yet, do not worry. There is divine timing. There is so much more to say, but before we leave, we want to also remind you there's many ways to describe this, but we would say no worry, no regret. No worry, no regret. Learn to live in the present moment. Don't look at the past. There is no past. There is no time. Don't look at the future. There is no future. There's only now. In fact, there's no time at all. So laugh and have a good time. The party is starting. You are in the shift. Love yourself in spite of the fact that you may be confused and don't even know who you are right now. It's all okay. Breathe, relax, allow. Allow yourself to love yourself and feel joy. A spiritual warrior feels joy. You may look for an activity that gives you joy, but feeling joy is the reason. It's the purpose. So go ahead and feel the joy. And so it is. We love you so much. It's grand to be with you. We look forward to it each and every week, and we shall see you soon again. And so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Oh, and now Cherie.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we should end right now because.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, Betsy, wow, that was amazing. And all the collective messages are great. So we're going to try to pull some cards for viewers. And I think it's Salama. And I'm going to pull for you because you had a specific question about looking for career change and job opportunities. And I noticed you on the last, the new moon ritual, you said where you were from, and I think you're dialing in from Africa, and I think if I was correct, it's Ethiopia. So I was Googling the time difference. It's like 6:30 in the morning for you. And if you are, can you put it in the chat if that's true? If so, what commitment to being with us? And thank you so much. So you asked about kind of the future of job opportunities. So I pulled 2 cards. The first one was from the Dreamweaver's Oracle. Okay. Just got this last week. Love it, love it, love it. And it's Colette Baron Reed, and I would love her stuff. Oh, okay. Salama, that's true. Okay, great. I was just in Egypt in the fall. I was not as far where you were, but I was close. I got this beautiful card for the wind that blows our sails. And this is from the Dream Weaver's Oracle deck. And it means forward movement coming out of a slow period and a time for action. Okay, it doesn't get any clearer than that. It's a 26, which reduces to an 8, which is about doing the work, Salama. So what it's saying is, this is the time for action. Your obstacles have dissolved. You've integrated the deep work that you've been doing, and you are on the other side of the dry spell. You can't make this up. Literally, this just like flew out. And we call these jumpers when we are shuffling the deck. And this one just like literally flew out. So it's a strong message for you. It says, how wonderful to now have the energy to take the next step, unencumbered by the past. It's a time of new beginnings, of the excitement that comes with seeing your dreams coming to fruition after challenging work. The time of expansion is not one to take lightly or for granted. Smooth sailing is not always offered, especially as you venture into uncharted territory. So you've been in uncharted territory looking from this opportunity. And now the wind that blows your sails is steady, and you feel the hand of the divine, next to yours on the wheel. Wow, I'm getting emotional. It says, stay in touch with that partnership. Stay awake and aware as waves can rise up out of nowhere. Have the confidence that you are sailing in the perfect direction towards a destiny that will flourish. Go the distance. And I pulled a clarifier from the Mermaid Tarot, and I got the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups, again, it's another card of doing the work, but 8 of Cups is you're looking for a higher meaning, Salama, to your life. You can't just go and just get another job. You have evolved and you have moved past this old version of you. So what this is saying is you're moving into this beautiful energy of action, but you're doing it from a very evolved place of having much more meaning and purpose to your life. And so what a great message. And I'm so honored to read for you. Yes, I know, but the energy that you're putting out there right now, and the tides are changing, Salama, for you. So keep the faith, because you will manifest. And I truly believe it. And so have hope. I'm going to move it to Michelle. Thank you so much. What an honor.
Perfect. Thank you, Sari. And I'm going to be reading today for Deborah Pocan. Hope I pronounced that right. Hi, Deb. And today I'm using the Angel Therapy Oracle deck. And the card that I pulled for you, Deb, is Visualize Success, which is a beautiful image of a woman staring off into the distance and obviously thinking of something intently. And the message says, see yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. And the further message says, the angels want to boost your confidence and relieve you of worries about this situation. Part of this process involves holding positive visions for yourself and the other people involved. When you expect the best, you inspire the best in yourself and others. The situation that you're inquiring about depends on your faith in and a firm vision of a successful outcome. Fortunately, the angels can help you hold a high and clear vision of success. Just ask them for this help and it is done. So beautiful, this image. So the message is, whatever situation you're finding yourself in at this time, Deb, if you're having a certain issue with somebody or maybe a problem at work or whatever it is, you'd like to make a positive change for yourself, it's all about following your inner vision and what would you like the outcome to look like. And so it's so important because our thoughts follow our reality. So when we're thinking positive thoughts, that's the outcome that we're going to draw into ourselves. When we're really overly worried or overly concerned about the outcome, that's when sometimes things can go off kilter. But it's so important to keep your energy clear, stay focused on success, stay open, on your vision, stay on your path, and you will have a beautiful outcome to the situation. So I hope that you find that message helpful. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Morgan.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, so I'm pulling a card for Wendy. And the card that came out was, and this looks so much like you hear this image on this card, okay? And it says, up from the depths, okay? And then at the bottom it says, releasing difficulties. And she's wearing this beautiful, like blue colored sapphire dress in here. And I noticed here by the window, it looks like it's snowing outside the window. So right away, I heard spiritual royalty. And then there's something here about opening the windows to your home to try to bring in some fresh air if it's safe and if it's not too cold, to kind of get that air blowing through the house for some reason. And then they were really getting me, they're talking about sapphire. And so the blue is all about the throat chakra. And then they started showing me Princess Diana's jewelry. So I was seeing, I don't know, she had a choker with like a sapphire. She wore it on, I'm not sure. And then they were literally like showing me the sapphire in my mouth. I'm like, okay. So it's all about this blue sapphire. But anyway, so it's really important that you're being loyal to you, because sapphires symbolize loyalty. And so they really want to make sure that you're being loyal to yourself, okay, which is like taking care of yourself. So anyway, this card, and it's a number 6 card as well, which I always think of that 6 of Swords, getting in that boat and moving in out of difficult waters and into calmer waters, okay? So it says releasing difficulty. And then it says, a woman rises from a dark, watery place, heading up a stairs that lead to a brilliant, peaceful light. This card foretells a time of great release for you. An all-consuming issue is about to be resolved, or at least it is moving in the right direction. This difficult experience may relate to ongoing hostilities at work, financial problems, or unhappy relationships. Perhaps the depths you're coming out of are profoundly personal. It's also possible you've been in a deep depression, dealing with chronic anxiety, or lost in an ocean of grief. Whatever the source of sadness or frustration, the light of divine love is shining down, healing the situation. Although there may still be some remaining steps before resolving this problem, rest assured that a bright new beginning is near. And so with that, I'm going to pass it on to Ron.
First, I just want to say thank you so much, Morgan. And sapphire is actually my birthstone as well. So extra meaning there. Thank you.
All right. That was a great reading, Morgan. Great. And I'm reading for Tony. And Tony, I'm reading from the Cosmic Oracle deck. And the card that I pulled for you is Unconditional Love. And unconditional love is the ultimate lesson all of us have to learn, which includes not only others, but ourselves as well, okay? You have a choice between 2 doors. I'll hold the card back a little bit. 2 doors, unconditional love and conditional love. Unconditional love is to love without judgment, conditions, expectations, or demands. It is love that stems from the heart space and is comprised completely of pure love, forgiveness, and compassion. Conditional love is to love with fear, conditions, expectations, attachments, and judgments. Love is given and received freely as long as the conditions of the love contract are being met. When others fail to meet the requirements of the love contract, love is lost and replaced with issues of fear, distrust, and doubts. If to have unconditional love is to first love yourself entirely. When you can completely love yourself with all your imperfections, you will have greater love and compassion towards others. If you are in a space where your love is conditional, ask yourself, where is this condition stemming from? Most often you will find limiting thoughts and beliefs lingering in your subconscious. Deeper still, you may uncover the wounded child within you. It is with this child that love, understanding, and compassion must be shared. Now that you see the inner wounds within you with the gentleness of love, you are better able to see the wounded child within others. You will clearly see the part in them that is most in need of love. This does not mean that you must stay in a situation that does not serve your highest good, sometimes loving unconditionally means having to walk away. Hopefully that resonates with you, and I'm going to pass it on to Wendy.
All right. Thank you, Ron. And as I said, I'm going to be reading for Shirley. Shirley, let's see. So you were talking about cleaning out your house, preparing to sell it. You're selling it this spring. And with that card that I got before with the cleaning house, I think, yes, it's a good time to start. I would start now and do it intentionally. So even if it takes you from now until spring, I think as you are starting to pack things up and get it prepared for selling, think about what it is that you want to take with you and what you are willing to part with. So I wouldn't just pack up everything and take everything with you. Really, do it with intention. But I did pull another card. So this is from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. Okay. And this is a number 4 card. So again, you're setting a foundation. 4s are about having that stability, that grounding, setting a foundation, right? And it says, ask wonderfully, receive graciously. So again, setting that intention of really thinking about what it is that you want to move forward. Consider this a time of really getting kind of a second chance to set a new foundation for yourself and how you want to move forward in your future. Think about like your long-term goals and how you want to see yourself in the next 5, 10, 15, even 20 years. Okay. So really think about where you have been and where you are going. So in having this move, I think this is, all things happen for a reason. All the timing of things happen as they are supposed to, right? Things just kind of go along as they're meant to. And a lot of times looking back on it, then we understand why. And this feels like that for me. It feels like this is very intentional for you. So this time of you moving and leaving your home that you're in currently and moving to a new one, it's happening at this time because it is giving you this opportunity to really examine how you want to move forward. So it's very important, I think, to set that intention, ask for what it is that you want for moving forward, in laying out that groundwork, that new foundation for yourself, so that you may receive it and receive it graciously because you've made the space. You've cleared out what no longer serves you. You've cleared out what you don't need anymore. You've made room for what you really want to have come in, right? So hope that resonates for you. And I'm going to go ahead and pass over to Dawn.
Hello. So I am reading for Erica, and I chose Wisdom of the Hidden Realms as the deck. I had a jumper, as they say. So this is a special message for you. And it's the River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. And I've had a couple downloaded messages with this. It is about being in the middle of that river and going with the flow. And the reason that this is important is, and even in the book, it talks about, don't even, sometimes you face waterfalls and still put your trust in what's going on. And then I had the image of, when you're going over a waterfall, being in free fall, that sense of free fall going on for you where, there's fear there. There's, we don't know what's going to be coming next. But what I get for you energetically is, and for everyone else actually, is we have the eclipses coming up. These are designed to move us along the path to where we should be in our own development. And this is true of the collective energy, and this is true of individuals as well. So look where, again, you have 28 degrees in your chart. And I do feel like this is saying the eclipses are going to be in effect for the next 8 weeks. And in that time, we will have major changes in the outer planets that are going to affect the collective and also affect us individually. So go with the flow. Even though sometimes you're going to feel like you're in free fall, trust the process, trust letting yourself go energetically with what is going on around you, And as they say, it's as things start to settle, you look in the water and who is around you has also gone through this, and that is your new tribe. So, Erica, know that you're being guided along this path, even though it might feel scary sometimes. So with that, I will go ahead and turn it over to Betsy.
Thank you, Dawn. That was lovely. I believe that I'm going to get to read first for a Kivin, and I think that's pronounced Kevin. If not, let me know. Could be Kevin. But I want you to know that as I was tuning into you, I could see that your name really matches your energy. Interestingly enough, it feels like you may have chosen your own name. I'll see here. I'm happy to catch you live. I'd like to hear a message from Orion. Great. Your energy is very nicely balanced, male, female. So it's no accident that you do have the name that you have with those particular letters. Let me go in and see what message we've got for you. Thank you. Beloved being of light, we are so glad that you did tune in today, for we do indeed have a message, and we have been doing what we can to impress this energy upon you so that you might get a sense of resonance or a companion thought to that which we are impressing. What we are letting you know is that there may come for you both a change in location. It could be where your working location, where your living location. There is movement here. There's change coming for you. We also see that in your current career expression, that in some ways you might feel it is too, let us say, mechanical, that your energy is ready for a soft flow, more of a divine connection, more of a connection to the gift that you have to bring, and you do have gifts to bring into the world. You are, one of the cards that was read for you, we believe it said open door. You are walking through a portal right now, an open door. So if you feel a collection of various emotions, and they may be swinging you to the right and to the left as if you're in a strong wind, if not a storm, just know that these emotions will calm down. It's fine to go ahead and feel them. Cry, laugh, whatever you need to do, that helps them to go away. Feel them rather than resist them. Resisting them does nothing. Go ahead and feel them, let them go. Then we see that you will be walking through the portal into a great light. We see as if a Valentine, and then light pouring in. Morgan is asking, what does this Valentine represent? We see it representing self-love and love from another person. Oh, and we see you being more responded to from the general public lovingly. So, and that will be coming towards August. So you have a wonderful energetic of your own, which is producing a wonderful response from that which appears to be physical, your movie. And there is change to come, but don't worry about a thing, for there's a happy landing. We hope that this makes sense to you. We send you love. You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much. And now we go to Cherie. Am I correct?
You're muted.
All right. Do we have time for one more card pull? Yeah.
We do. We've got time for one or two.
Okay. All right, guys. So I am doing this on the fly because I wasn't sure we had enough time. So I'm going to pull up in the chat. All right. So why, Joanna, I'm going to read for Joanna because you joined us a little late. So I'm going to pull a card for you, what Spirit's message is for you this evening. And Betsy, wonderful messages. Thank you for that really beautiful message. All right. Jonna, we're going to pull just a quick card. And then Michelle, I think we've got enough time for one more. So if there's anyone else in the chat, I think Wendy, we might have one person who has not been read for, if we can make sure we've got that covered. All right. I'm waiting for a jumper here. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I've never pulled this card. This is from the All-Seeing Heart, Jonna. And the card that I pulled is called the Damaged Brow. Okay. It says the psyche is affected by a loss of balance. You might need to pause and reevaluate your current situation to avoid any kind of confusion or chaos. So we see the brow of the psyche, the side of the third eye, okay, which is affected at times by a loss of balance. So this card is signaling you to stop and pause. The image relates to deciding which version of yourself is the true one and how you choose to see yourself. So this could come, Jonna, from maybe the stories that other people told you about who you were. And many of us are going through this from our families and people around us that want us to stay in the old stories because it serves them, not us. And so this is a card of you've got to trust your third eye, okay? You've got to trust your truth. And any of the labels that people may have put on you or the old stories that have been put on you about who you were. And I think this is a great collective message is that they're not true. Who you are on this planet and who you came to be is what you should focus on, not what people have told you since you were a child. So the third eye is going to be really important for you to pay attention to and not to accept the stories of what people have told you is true for you. And so this card is really about coming into your own and standing in your truth. And we talked about the throat chakra. Morgan talked a lot about that today. And I think it's very true for many of us. Stand in your truth and don't let the stories of what people have told you allow to be the dominant vibration. You are creating your own beautiful vibration and future, and go with that. And that's the message. All right. Are we up for one more?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and let Betsy do one more
Great.
channel.
Thank you so much. I was looking forward to reading for Red Ribbons. I love your energy. I got to tell you that. What Spirit is saying, when I was tuning in, because I knew we'd be in a hurry, they're telling you that you're someone who loves a party, that you have a part of you that's very good, gregarious. You may have been hiding it recently because there has been an energetic that that's been holding us kind of like hermits, but they're saying party on and have fun with it because you deserve it, and you are an essence of you as a party animal in a very good way. And you bring your spirituality and your kindness with you to do that. And then they're saying that there may come for you like a parting in the roads, and you may take the road less traveled by because there's a part of you that's very independent. And in that way, you might have a little stubbornness, like I'm going to do it my way. That's okay. Take that road because it's going to bring you a lot of joy, and it may feel risky, but it's going to bring you fulfillment. So I hope that made sense to you. It was fun being with you. Thank you. Cherie?
Yes. All right. Spiritual warriors, you got your messages. Well done, everyone. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this from anywhere around the world, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening. We are so blessed to have you. And again, keep the faith, stay strong, stay centered and grounded, and create your own story as your own spiritual warrior. With that, we leave you for the evening. Again, we're so blessed. Good night.